Hi Indonesian Young Generation. First of all, I would like to introduce my team. We are from Indonesian Young Generation community and we are here. We would like to present and share about the things you guys have to know as Indonesian youth. But before we start it, I would like to introduce each of my team. I'm Andre Jonathan.
My name is Hendru Septyhadi.
My name is Rico Tungadi.
I am Darryl Chandra.
And I'm Ronald Alfian.
And here is our presentation. Okay guys, before I start this presentation, I will start it with one question. In your mind, what's the deepest concern in Indonesia nowadays? I guess you will think about the corruption, maybe poverty, deforestation, or copyright infringement, or maybe free sex. Yeah, I can understand why you guys can think about that, because it's so pity to see that Indonesia have so higher number in each problem that happened in Indonesia, like what I mentioned. We can see in this corruption section, Indonesia is the 5th highest number with the most corrupted country in South Asia. And in the free sex section, it's the so pity fact that we can see there are more than 67% in Indonesian youth have involved in the free sex. And we can see in the deforestation case, there are more than 450,000 cases every year in the deforestation case. And in the copyright infringement, it's so pity to see that Indonesia is on the 4th rank in the world. So guys, if you ask me about what's the deepest concern in Indonesian for me, yeah, firstly I would like to say that the deepest concern in Indonesia for me as an Indonesian youth who love this country so much isn't only the shitty things that I have mentioned to you guys, but how to solve those problems, because only us as an Indonesian youth who can change Indonesia become the better one.
Now I would like to explain our target. Why youth generation? Why not older generations? Let's refresh what Andre just said. You've seen the number, you've seen the facts, you've seen our position, you've seen our Indonesian condition. And these problems, they're not caused by the young generations, they're caused by the elder generations. And these generations, they're not uneducated people. They're very smart and they're very educated people. And it's because they're educated, they know how to manipulate the system. They know how to gain advantage from the system. The system has always a flaw, and there's a flaw and there's advantage towards them. And because of these, elder generations has bad morality, that's why our program is to target young generations. Because you've seen all these rewards, these awards towards young generations Indonesians. They achieve athletic, they've achieved academic, and they've achieved social. They are very clever, but clever is not enough. You need good morality. And when young generations have a good morality, they will conflict of what the future will do. And by educating our young generations, we could ensure our future. And that's why we choose the young generations and not the older generations. We cannot expect anything more from the elder generations. They're done. They're going to be in the past, and we're going towards the young generation. And by ensuing the young generations, we ensure our future. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to tell you about the first value of Indonesian youth generation. The first value is honesty. Honesty itself, in my perception, is the most precious thing, the most valuable and the most important thing for all people. All people must have the honesty itself inside of their heart, inside of their character, inside of their body. I can say that because honesty itself, it can be in a serious problem. Maybe it can be the most serious problem of all the people, all of the country, all around the world. Because what? Almost all of the criminality, the lawbreaker issues and problem is based on honesty itself. People said that if you tell a lie once and all your next truth is questionable. Let's take an example. Honesty is like pepper, new pure white pepper. If you rake it once, and if you try to fix the pepper, it can be bad as perfect as before. Now it's like honesty itself. If you first tell a lie, and then your next, if even you are telling the truth, people can think, is it a lie or is it the truth? Honesty itself is the first chapter of wisdom. Wise people is burned by honesty itself. Let's take an example of corruption in Indonesia. Corruption in Indonesia is made by people who has a high educational study, clever people, smart. I bet that all corruption is smart, clever, and of course it has a high education. But the characteristic is the problem. They are not wise. Their honesty, their honest feeling, their wise is not working at all. It put their problem, or maybe they put their mission on self above all of the mission, all of the people concern, just to make it a way for so the corruption can make a way for itself. So I think if honesty value is planted our heart in our youth generation in Indonesia, it can make the Indonesia become better. It can make the better future for Indonesia itself.
Okay, everybody, youth generation, after we talk about honest, we now talk about discipline. Everybody, you know already about discipline? First, we must have honest thinking and honest attitude. But we must have a discipline attitude in our life. I have 3 points that I would like to share you. First is discipline in time, second discipline in money management, and last is discipline in your goals. First, discipline in time. Everybody already know that Indonesian people always have a problem with time management. So, I will talk with you all that we need to manage our time better and manage our time clever. For example, like if you are in high school, you must have a good time management when you are in school, when you are in your course, or when you have spare time or having fun with your friend. You have to manage your time better and better. The second one is money management. Okay, youth generation now have a problem in money management. So, we must know about what you must have or what you just willing to have. For example, like what you want and what you need. You must disappear and separate them into two, what you need and what you want. So you will have a good money management. The last one is setting your goals. With discipline minded, you must setting your goals high, and with your discipline, you must get that goals with your discipline in time, discipline in your money management, and last is discipline in setting your goals. So after you setting your goals, you must have some management in your attitude or behavior in every single day of your life. So after you set that discipline in your life, I hope that you all can have a good time and good future for our generation. So be disciplined, youth generation.
First, honesty. Second, discipline. And the last is tolerance. Let's talk about tolerance. One of the biggest issues in Indonesia is about racism. We all know that, especially in Indonesia. So let's talk about tolerance. Tolerance is accepting the differences between each other. So between tolerance, we have respect. So we have to be tolerant and we have to be respect. We have to be respect and tolerance about the different skin, different religion, different culture, and different perception. That's tolerance. So could you think in Indonesia, especially in this world, how powerful we are if we can be tolerant to each other? How powerful we are if we can be tolerant, be respecting each other. So why Indonesian young generation? Because Indonesian young generation is the most powerful people in the future, first. And Indonesian young people have to be disciplined, have to be honest, and the last have to be tolerant. That's how we build Indonesian young generation in the future. So we hope from this video, Indonesian young generation can be more honest, can be more disciplined, and can be more tolerant, especially respect the differences between each other.
Okay guys, I would conclude whole of this presentation. So as an Indonesian youth, we have three main values. The first is honesty, the second is discipline, the third is tolerance. So if we have three of that, we can make Indonesian become better. For close our presentation, we have very good quotes by Franklin D. Roosevelt. You can see we can't always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention, and we hope from this presentation can bring more powerful to Indonesian young generation. I'm Rico Tungadi.
I'm Andre Jonathan.
I'm Hendru Septyhadi.
I'm Darryl Chandra.
I'm Ronald and Alfian.
1, 2, 3.
Indonesia Young Generation!